Okay. We are now
All right, so
why is everything not loaded in? Anyway, hello chat.
What if?
We are ready to make characters for the new campaign, but Marilyn is late for without reason. So we are going to be filling time for a moment.
Yes.
My
We are
camera
good at that.
is off center. Hello.
All right. I have
also,
a hypothetical for you.
Also, Vivian,
no.
I noticed that you put the Vault of King Midas art as your background. I love it.
Yes, of course I did.
Mm-hmm.
The Gilded Goose is back in the Dragon Turtle.
Mm-hmm.
Tortel.
Because I felt like it wouldn't be, correct to have Night City as the background anymore.
Yeah. So the wrong background for the Secret of the Black Crag, or Secret of the Black Crag.
Yes.
Whichever it is. I always want to put a the at the beginning, but it's the is not at the beginning.
Without the I don't want to say it.
What?
Okay.
Sounds a little Secret of Black Crag.
The Black Crag.
Whereas the Black Crag,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I don't know. The first one seems a little racist. Maybe that's just me.
Hang on. I'm
All right, I have a
becoming cat girl.
hypothetical.
Okay.
All right.
All
Viv,
right.
KB.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What if you were on an underwater safari?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm already probably
But
not liking this, but okay.
Instead of running into any fish. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You guys, okay. You ran into these fat tentacles instead.
Are these tentacles attached to a Zed Zwid, or are they attached to a horrifying abomination from beneath the waves?
Depends on what period we're in.
Wait, hang on.
Like, was it before or after lunch?
Like the Cambrian era.
Oh.
Well, I hope to never be swimming in the
I'm not that
Cambrian
old.
Sea. Probably.
Yeah, no, that sounds terrifying, honestly. But I would love to see it at least.
Yes, from the
What
safety
if
of like
instead-
a time traveling robot camera.
Yeah.
What if you ran into an Anomalocaris who was doing their best?
I would pat him on the head and say he's a wonderful little boy.
Have you guys seen that video in the VR chat? And they're like, "What the fuck are you?" And they're like, "I'm an Anomalocaris." And they're like, "What do you do?" And they're like, "I do my best."
I have not seen
I haven't
this video.
seen that actually. That's so funny.
I'll send it in the chat because I have the video saved.
Beautiful.
It looks like Marilyn is here. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Welcome. All right. Okay, so Lux unfortunately is unable to join us today. I'm going to get with them sometime in the next week or two to roll up their character. But we'll go ahead and do everyone else today and get started and get as much as we done before can do, or try and get things started, get the ball rolling on the new campaign. So if you have been watching Void Empire and are confused about why you're looking at something that says Secret of the Black Crag and not our normal space stuff, Void Empire is going on a brief hiatus until I figure out how I want to make it work for the second half of that campaign. In the meantime, we are going to be playing Secret of the Black Crag, and And when this campaign is over, we will be returning to Void Empire for the conclusion of all that. So today we are going to roll up characters. Or first, we're going to talk a little bit about the system that we're going to play. So we are playing an old school Essentials, which is my first time running it, and all of your first time playing it, I believe. Then we are going. Yep, and then we are going to roll up...
I've played it before.
I can't tell if Zed is telling lies on the internet or not.
Yeah, I can't either, actually.
Yes.
It's where I like to keep them, right on the edge. They never really know.
But yes, we will be, we're gonna be making characters today, and then, that's might be all we do. Although I had kind of hoped to play a little bit and see at least where we are going, but, going first. But we'll see how much time we have. Alright, so, we are playing Old School Essentials, Advanced. This is basically a reprinting of first edition AD&D, cleaned up, modernized a little bit in terms of presentation, and made a lot more readable with the replacing of the high Gygaxian language with something readable.
Like Quenya?
Yes. So,
Nice.
this campaign is one in which you guys are going to be exploring the Salamander Islands. You should be able to see around the top of your Foundry page that you can switch scenes. So at any time you'll be able to switch the scene to the map.
Oh, the Gilded Goose. We're at Port Fortune.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you taking so long to load, Foundry? Why are you betraying my
I just see the black crag.
You're streaming. It'll take a bit to load, I think.
Yeah.
I want to see the Salamander Islands.
Yes. So if you click
These
these,
look nothing like a salamander.
yeah, I know. The map looks
Maybe a
looks
little
more
bit.
like a funny little octopus to me. You know, like.
To me, it looks like one of those fish that is just like now getting arms and legs.
Oh, I see. I can see that too. Maybe this is like the head of the
Like that one
salamander, and then
scene.
its like body is like looped around it's like this. But yeah, then it looks more like a fish to me.
Yeah, maybe it's like missing a foot.
Maybe. Anyway, yes. This campaign will be beginning with you all in Port Fortune. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on the on what you all know as players. The Salamander Islands is a volcanic archipelago that was once the site of skirmishes between two foreign powers that were seeking to control the trade routes through here. Not England and not Spain, I guess. Or maybe not France. Regardless, presently...
Portugal and Denmark?
Maybe. Port Fortune is a pirate republic. It's grown wealthy and is overrun with everything pirates love to spend loot on: drinking, gambling, prostitution, etc.
Science.
Okay.
The pirates the port is governed only by the pirates' code, enforced by the unofficial governor, Red Roger Rathbone, a pirate captain.
Ooh.
Recently, the titular Black Crag, a mysterious sunken island, has risen just above sea level. It is rumored to contain the lost treasure of the infamous pirate, what was his name? Janzoon the Blade. No one knows why the crag rises and sinks, but there are many theories. There have been tales of merfolk attacking people around the Black Crag. And that is perhaps all that you know. Your PCs are going to be the officers, effectively, of the crew of the ship, the Gilded Goose. I decided prior to this campaign that I would want one of the PCs to sort of be the captain in order to delay any, like, indecision about where to go, so that someone can, like, be the one who makes the final call.
Take charge.
Yes. And Marilyn has volunteered for this position, and I think that she will be a good pick for that, if everyone is okay with Marilyn playing the captain.
I trust you, Marilyn.
Thank you.
Yes,
All right.
I am.
I was planning on being very indecisive about where to go anyway.
All right. I mean, I have like a character concept like thought up for it too. I would like to know how everybody feels about that, and if it's like a big chill with the group. Thumbs up.
Yeah. I'm cool with you being the captain. That sounds nice.
It sounded like there was going to be a character explanation.
Well, sort of the idea I had for a character. Well, should we jump to character? Well, should we mention the character details that I'm thinking of now, or should we wait that for like proper character creation?
So the general idea, we'll go ahead and give the general idea. Just know that the specifics may change depending upon, you know, what stats you roll.
Okay.
So go ahead and pitch what your idea was.
Oh, okay. Well, the sort of idea for the character was, so their name is Sarko. They're definitely not a sleazebag. So what happened is there's some washed out old officer, that lost their leg and replaced it way back in the day, and realized themselves, damn, I have no fucking cash. So they married an old widower that had a lot of money, who was 92 and a half. When she died 5 years later, he got all of her cash and purchased a boat. And he said
Did
to
y'all
himself,
make love?
I guess I'm gonna be a pirate now. And
Hell
he
yeah.
is a fucking sleazebag, wants to make some money, but has the redeeming quality of actually gives a shit about people he works with.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I have a question.
No.
Was the marriage consummated, and does my character know that?
Why would you know?
Of course it was. It had to be.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Don't
Can I be
worry.
a witness to it?
so
Like in medieval times?
God, that was how it worked. God.
all right. So,
Yeah.
we could talk.
Anyway.
There's other things I could say about the system, and like address some of the OSR parts of it. But I think it might be best if we just dive into making characters, and then just sort of cover other things as they come up. However, the basic idea is that Marilyn's character has inherited money, enough money to buy a ship and hire a crew for a short amount of time, but not enough money to like retire into luxury. So you probably got some 6,000 gold or something like that. Enough that you probably, if you were wise, you probably could have went and retired into like a townhouse somewhere and lived a modest lifestyle.
Yeah.
But you apparently have greater ambitions than that.
We're practicing
Piracy.
the art. We're practicing the art of either climbing to the top or failing upward, and we
Yes.
don't care which one it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you own this ship, the Gilded Goose, and have basically you've just had payday for the sailors. The Gilded Goose will require a crew of 10 sailors to operate, and also a navigator. So basically, you have a monthly bill of 250 gold pieces that you need in order to pay the salary on the crew and the navigator. That includes the navigator, who
Okay.
is like half
Checks
of
out.
half of that is basically just the navigator's pay. But it's a very skilled job. I'm not making you hire the services of a captain, because your character is going to be the captain.
Exactly.
But yes. So that is a bill that the ship has, and the player characters will be, taking a share of the profits as opposed to a salary. Yeah. So we're going to start by making characters. You should find
Yes.
in the actors folder, you should find a folder that is the crew of the Gilded Goose, and there's a player characters folder inside there, where you should see all of your characters.
Oh, I only see the Gilded Goose.
I
Oh wait,
see
no, I
nothing.
found it. I'm dumb. I found it.
Okay. So you should see all of your
Oh,
characters.
this is
So if
actually
you...
a thing we can
Yes?
actually fill things on this character sheet.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so you're going to, we're going to fill in that right now. So, first things first, we're going to roll 3d6 down the line for stats. I have a macro set up for you to use for this.
Okay.
If your stats are actually abysmal, like if you don't have anything over an 8, or if you get multiple 3s or something like that, I may allow you to mulligan. But for the most part, it's going to be 3d6 down the line. So, first thing is,
Okay.
if I did it correctly, you should all see in your macro bar at the bottom of your screen, you should see a d6 in crosshairs. When you click that, that will roll your stats in chat.
Should we all do that right now, or
You
should
should
we
all
do
do
it one
that.
after the other?
You should all do that right now.
Okay.
Wow, Viv.
What?
I'm strong.
And
I'm
do we
strong
roll?
and smart. Yo!
What was that, Zed?
Hey,
I'm not wise though.
KB, I wasn't paying attention.
All right, Zed. Do you see a macro bar along the bottom of the Foundry screen? Do you?
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh god.
Oh dear.
What's a macro bar?
Okay. Do you see a bar
It's at the
that says
bottom of the
1,
screen.
2, 3, 4, 5? That's a bunch of.
Yeah.
Do you see
Yeah.
that? Do you see
Is
a?
there a
okay.
dice in the one
you-
slot?
Do you see a dice in the one slot?
Yes.
Can
you
I
Click that
get-
die.
If you click that, it will roll your stats for you. Yes, Marilyn. Those are.
Hey.
You may re-roll those.
Oh, yeah, those
you
are
have
good.
like 3 absolutely abysmal stats. You may re-roll those. I will just delete that for you. There you go.
Okay, well I'll just add mine to my sheet real quick. Hang on.
Yep. So go ahead and pull up
Oh,
your
wait.
character sheets and add and fill in those values. And that'll be your first step.
Where are character sheets at again in here?
I'm probably the most busted character in the group for once. What the hell?
So actors folder,
Well, I
crew,
gotta think
crew
of
of
a
the Gilded
name.
Goose, player character.
Oh, so I wasn't the right place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it is, player character. Oh, it's 'cause I press the button. Okay, that makes sense. I thought it'd already be dropped down. Okay, let's put this in here.
Also,
Strength 9.
this guy should be. These guys should be observable to you. Which is why the folder was there in the first place.
So wait. Ah. Okay.
By the way, Sneck Green Trees is your navigator. So.
Oh, cool! We have another kobold.
Yes. Okay.
Beautiful. Okay, I won't be alone.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, step 1 was rolling stats. Step 2 is going to be choosing your class. Now,
Yeah.
You should consider that your stats could possibly inform your choice of class. However, it is not essential that your stats have a smaller impact on how good you are at things in this than they do in 5th edition. Yes, if you have a high strength, you get a bonus to attacks and damage with melee weapons. So having a high strength does make you a better fighter than someone with a low strength. But the percentage difference is smaller, is what I'm getting at. The percentage difference is smaller.
Okay.
So you can kind of be anything you want with any sort of stat spread that you want. However, there are certain advantages to being picking a class that aligns with your stats. And this is every class has has one or more prime requisites. For
requisites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are a cleric, your prime requisite is wisdom. If you have at least I believe it's a 13 wisdom, and you are a cleric, you get experience points faster. You get 10%. If I say you get 100 experience points, you get 10% more if you have the prime requisite for your class. Meaning you grow quicker and become a better cleric faster. The core classes, the basic classes, cleric, fighter, magic user, thief, they do not have any prerequisites. So the prime requisite for a thief is dex, but there is no requirement to be to have a certain amount of dex to be a thief. You could have all 3s and play a thief.
Okay.
Some classes do have requirements. If you want to play a barbarian, you have a minimum requirement of having a dex of 9. If you want to be a paladin, you have to have a minimum charisma of 9. If you want to be an elf, you have to have a minimum intelligence of 9.
Okay, that's something I want to clarify.
Yes.
Races are classes.
Yes.
They're the same thing.
They are the same thing. There are optional rules for separating them, but I'm not using those optional rules today. So if you are if you want to be a kobold, kobold is your class.
Funny. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
So
I feel like I'm gonna be a little goober no matter what class I pick anyways, so I might as well just go for it.
Sure thing. You're gonna be the world's strongest kobold.
Hell yeah! You know
So-
what? That's great.
World's
Heck,
buffest
Is
kobold.
it okay if I use the restroom real fast, guys?
Sure, go ahead.
I'll try and be right back.
All right. So, so Viv is thinking about is going to be a kobold. Let's look. Wow, Zed, you're also rolled really good stats. You could kind of be anything you want with that.
Yeah.
I would like to be an elf.
An elf. All right.
Elf. Elf said. Elf said.
Yes.
Okay.
My name will be Gorthang. The Black Blade.
You've been reading Tolkien lately, haven't you?
I have. Definitely not named after my favorite Tolkien sword.
All right. All right. Zed is going to be an elf. So I'll just do it myself here. Compendium classes. Let me open up Zed's character sheet. Gorthang. And I will just drag the elf onto them. And now they have in their abilities tab, you will have all of the things that being an elf gets you. We'll go over all the details in a little bit, and we'll get to picking your spell. Because an elf in this edition is basically a gish. You are kind of fighty, and you are kind of magic. You aren't as tough as a fighter.
Okay.
You only have a D6 hit die instead of a D8. But you do get I think you get the same attack progression as a fighter. But you also get spells. So you're kind of a...
Okay.
All right. Deeves.
Okay, am I reading this right, or do none of these classes take advantage of my awesome charisma stat?
Oh.
Not even thief somehow.
Well, so charisma, it is true. I don't think any classes have a prime requisite that includes charisma. However, except for Bard, do you have the minimum stats to be a Bard? Yes, you could be a Bard with that, and get the benefits there.
That would be interesting.
But what charisma actually gets you in this system is with you got a 16 charisma. That would mean that so what charisma does for you is that the more charisma you have, the more followers you can recruit. So you could, with a 16 charisma, basically have a bunch of retainers, a bunch of followers on who are significantly more loyal to you than they would be otherwise. Also, if you try and talk to a monster, you'll get a bonus on their random reaction roll, which can help avoid fights and make
Ooh.
friends and things.
Make friends with the monsters?
I mean, why not?
That's actually
They're
that
intelligent.
sounds fun. we should do that. That should be our main strat.
Okay, so I got two ideas.
Okay.
Bard sounds fun. Accumulating an army of hanger-ons sounds fun. But then I could also go the route I went with Roth, where he's a straight up fighter, but he's also like a fighter of rank. He's a sergeant that just
I am back.
well, Roth was a bit insane, but he was a leader too.
Yeah.
He leads the peasants.
Yeah, absolutely. You could play a fighter that's kind of like Roth. Your character from Deeve's character from a previous game. With a 7 strength, that would mean you'd have a -1 on melee instead of, but your dex is a 9, so that's nothing. That's no penalty or to your ranged attacks. So you could definitely play a fighter and like carry a crossbow or something, and be a commanding a commander sort of fighter. Start recruiting retainers. Retainers are the term for the types of hirelings that go adventuring with you. I actually was going to talk at the end of after we rolled up our primary characters. I was going to ask if you guys wanted to have any retainers on standby, because your sailors are, you know, specialists who are not going to go into the dungeons with you. But if you want to hire retainers, you can't. I would let you start with some. A retainer will demand. Retainers are characters who will go adventuring with you. They'll go into the pits with you. And the number you can have is determined by your charisma stat. But they demand a share of the treasure and therefore a share of the experience points. But that also means they level up with you, well, at half the rate. So you could have some torchbearers with you. They would demand a cut of the treasure, but if they survive, they might turn into first level characters all on their own. And then, you know, by the time
that's cool.
And then by the time you're 3rd or 4th level, they might be, you know, second level fighters or whatever, on their own.
Okay.
So that is something you can consider.
Okay.
All right. So maybe a fighter type for Deeves. So Marilyn, right now we have a kobold, an elf, possibly a fighter, and what are you thinking about for your character in terms of class?
So again, I kind of wanted to say this guy is basically a professional cheat, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would fit that kind of like person? That sort of like, is there anything that would fit that especially well, if I can ask?
I mean, any
Anybody could be a sleaze.
Anybody could be a sleazebag. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't roll a particularly high charisma, so I wouldn't like necessarily push you towards bard, or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. My best stat is Constitution, which is kind of, you know, it's liberating, but also a bit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could so be getting an actual bonus from my wisdom.
Yeah. You do have enough that if you were to play a cleric or a cleric, if you were to play a cleric, you would get the the XP bonus. Cleric, these are good cleric stats. What can I tell you?
Fair. I guess the question is okay, is there like a god of like greed, money, anything like that like I could like you know, trickery, anything like that?
If you want to tell me about them, yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. This works out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll think it over for a bit, but I guess cleric makes big sense. It's just, yeah, no, yeah. No, you could definitely. This works out. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll go with cleric. I can make this work.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to drag the class stuff for cleric onto Sarko 2legs, and I will. Viv will have to. The kobold class isn't in Foundry, so I'll have to add the abilities manually later.
Okay.
And then, Deeves, are we locking in on fighter, or are you still considering?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be more of a Dex fighter. I think conceptually, I mean, have you on British ships, how they had crew, but then they also had Royal Marines on there with the button up, with the gold buttons.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of the military contingent. So I think like maybe a Royal Marine character that uses crossbow and cutlass, or gun and cutlass, and he also commands his Marine underlings. I think I'm gonna go for that for a concept.
Absolutely. That sounds perfect. So you've probably been like an ex Royal Marine who has joined up with this treasure hunting expedition. Sounds good. All right.
Where did the Salamander Islands go? Hang on. What?
I don't know. You should still be seeing them.
The map is gone on my screen. Huh. Weird. Okay. Foundry's being funny.
Yeah, Foundry was being funny last night too. You might need to just refresh.
I might need to reload. Yeah.
Yeah, token vision's turned off, so you should be able to see. All right. Okay, that was.
Wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm just mumbling because I found when you log in, it gives you the prompt to upload a character avatar.
All right.
Wait, but you. Oh, that's something I can't control. Okay, I can see the map again.
Okay, now that ability scores modifiers should be calculated automatically. Okay. Attack values are should be the same for everyone. Everyone has a THACO of 0 right now, or of 19 right now. Saving throws and class abilities. Okay, so unfortunately, Foundry does not help us with filling in the saving throws, so we will have to fill those in manually. So you'll see along the right side of your character sheet on the attributes, you see death, poison, wands, paralysis, petrify, breath attacks, spell save, rods, and staves. So these are your saving throws. If you find, I will drop. I'll drop some links to the SRD. Zed, here is the elf stats. At the bottom, you will see the saving throws, and then I'll get fighter. Deeves.
Okay, I see. I can just add that then.
Yeah. And cleric.
Where are the saving throws?
So you'll see. Did you
They're
follow?
listed a little bit weird. It's where it says DWPBS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
those are your saving throws for each level.
Mm-hmm. So at level 1, you'll see a number. It's like 11, 12, something. Copy those over.
Yeah.
For whatever it says for level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Do we not fill in the bonus versus magic one?
So the bonus versus magic.
Bonus versus magic. I can't click it, so I don't think we're supposed to fill it in.
Yeah, bonus versus magic is calculated off of your wisdom. Your wisdom gives you a bonus on magic saves if you have a sufficiently high wisdom.
Well then, I'm fucked.
Is your wisdom quite bad?
Oh, my wisdom is 10.
That just means you don't have a bonus.
I know thing.
Yes.
I know thing. I not know thing well.
You have with an intelligence of 16. You know things. Wisdom, you're not very good at applying them, perhaps. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right. Class abilities. Right. Okay, I guess before we go on, Sarko, and Gorthag. Your characters are spellcasters, so what I want you
Gorthang.
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 All right, Gorthang.
Yes.
Go up to the top of your character sheet where it says tweaks. Click that, and then it'll pop up a little window, and make sure that you have put a check mark next to the spellcaster or spells or whatever the word is. Spellcaster, yeah. That will create a new tab for you where you can record your spells.
Okay.
As a cleric, as a cleric, you actually don't get spells until level 2. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. You're kind of just a fighter who can turn undead right now. You get spells at level 2. But, Elf, you will get 1 spell.
Okay.
Alright, you will have a spell book containing the formulae for arcane spells. You have 1 spell in your book. Which you pick as if you were a wizard. Or a magic user, I mean to say. Let me find the page for that. Magic user spells. All right. So the spells you can choose from at level 1. Oh, actually, you should just be able to. Let's access the compendium. Yeah. So Zed, on the top right, you'll see next to the gears. There's like a little book. Says compendium packs. Have you found that?
Years.
And then
A little book.
Yep.
I see a journal.
Yeah, not the journal. There should be
Next to the gears.
Mm-hmm. See compendium packs? At the bottom of the
Yes.
At the bottom of the compendiums, there's one that says Advanced Fantasy Spells. If you click that,
Okay.
it'll open a little window. And in that window is a folder called Spells. If
Okay.
you open that folder, you'll see Cleric spells, Druid spells, Illusioner spells, and Magic
Yes.
User spells. As an Elf, you use Magic User
Yes.
spells. And then you'll choose...
Okay,
and
that's
you're
on
gonna
the first level.
Yeah, and then you're going to choose one of those spells. If you click on one, you can read the description of how it works. So if you click on Charm Person, which is the first one there, you'll see a little window will pop up. A single human, demi-human, or human-like monster must save versus spells or be charmed as follows. They become a trusted friend, an ally, and come to your defense. And you'll see that they get to repeat saving throws at a frequency depending on their intelligence. So if they're low intelligence, 3 to 8, they get they only
Would
get
like
to
magic missile.
That is not a bad choice. All right. So if you'll just drag
Magic missile.
if you just drag magic missile onto your character sheet, it should add to your spells.
Where are my spells? There they are. Very nice.
All right. And so I'm just going to edit this real quick, because you have 1 spell slot, and you will have prepared 1 magic missile. Doesn't matter at this point because you guys are level 1, but this does use prepared spellcasting, where if you have 3 first level spell slots, for instance, you have to choose what spells are in those slots. So if
Oh, interesting. Okay.
so if you have 3 first level spell slots, you can
Oh,
I mean,
choose.
I'm not a spellcaster. I'm just.
Yeah, no one has more than 1 spell slot right now, so it's not a problem, but or it's not something we need to worry about right now, but that is something that will come up later. Okay. That's taken care of.
Oh wait,
Next step in character.
I just, Katie, real quick.
Yeah.
The abilities tab on the character sheet. That's the skills that are on the thing you gave me, right?
Yeah.
Should I
yeah.
just add these?
Yes. Yeah. If you don't mind adding them in yourself.
Okay, I will enter those for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I will do that.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Right. So okay, we're adding class abilities. The next step is going to be to roll your hit points. So your character's hit points are determined by rolling the die type specified by your class. Modifiers for low or high constitution apply. So if you have, I'll see if I can copy and paste the con modifiers into chat, and if that'll be readable. Okay. So if your con is a 3, you have a -3 on your hit points. If it's 4 to 5, -2, 6 to 8, -1, 9 to 12, no modifiers. 13 to 15 is +1. 16 to 17 is +2, and if you have an 18 con, that's +3. So before you roll, also obviously characters do start with 1 hit point at a minimum. So even if you have a penalty, you know, you don't die in childbirth. You don't die in character creation. I mean to say, you know, you still get a minimum of 1. But there is an. I'm going to ask, do you guys want to use the optional rule of re-rolling 1s and 2s on your first level hit die? Or do you want to accept your fates?
No.
Real quick, how do I roll the hit die?
I haven't told you yet.
Oh, okay, I thought I missed it.
I'm gonna stick with rerolling 1s and 2s because my opinion is take every penny you can get.
Fair enough. It is an optional rule in
But
the
what
book.
if there's
so...
a shinier penny on the other side?
All right. So you'll have to fill in what the correct hit die for your class is on your character sheet. Right in the middle, you'll see HD. That is hit dice. That's where you would put in how many hit dice your character has. So for a cleric and an elf, you have a D6 hit die. Our fighter has a D8, and our kobold has a D4.
Oh no!
Kobolds are sort of
That's the price. That's the price for being a funny little guy. This is what you
Yeah.
wanted.
It's what I wanted.
it is what you get. It's a small hit die, but you know you're kind of like a half thief with your because
Yes.
you'll notice
I've
got
got
like
silly
some,
skill sets, honestly.
yeah, you've got silly skills, you've got
I got some
infravision.
Phoebe stuff.
Yeah, you can detect. You're better at
Yeah.
detecting room traps. You have an AC bonus against big guys. You get the thief's backstab
Yeah.
ability. but you could use chainmail and shields. So you're kind of like a weird. You're like a weird thief, kind of.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. So once you have your hit die, you should just be able to click the hit die button to roll it, and to determine your hit points. And if you get a 1 or a 2,
boy.
you can re-roll.
No.
That means we both rolled one. Well, I rolled a 1 there, so I'm gonna go ahead and give that another reroll.
I got a 4.
Oh goodness. So, hit points at level 1. What do these numbers mean? I'm very dumb.
Okay. So on your character sheet, you're going to see the 2 zeros that are next to the shield. So you'd see like a shield with 2 10s in it, and then next to that you'll see 2 zeros. The bottom 0 is your maximum hit points. The top 0 is your current hit points.
Got it.
So just fill in your.
Cannot modify the bottom 0. Oh, there we go.
So what is my total? Is it just 4?
It is just 4.
Yes.
No,
That's the game
it's
you signed up
3.
It's 3. Yep.
My total hit points is 3.
Actually, you rolled a 2, and I said you could re-roll 1s or 2s. So you should have either.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay.
Since you have a Constitution score giving you a +1, you should have either a 4 or a 5, depending on what you roll on the D4.
Okay.
Okay. There, you rolled a 3. You rolled a 3, so you have a 4. You have 4 hit points.
Yep. I've got 4 hit points. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
4 hit points with 17 strength. So you know what? I'm gonna punch.
Yeah.
This is gonna be clusterfuck. This is gonna be so funny.
Yeah.
Can't believe how privileged you are re-rolling for 4 hit points.
Oh, hey, Pancakey's here. Oh, hello. Welcome. We are making
Pancakey, hello.
We're making
Also a
characters
bot.
for the new campaign. Yes, also there is a bot. Mods. Void Death them. I don't know if my mods are present today. I will do it. I will get down off my
Oh
throne.
wait, am I a mod?
And I could mod you if you want to be.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and
That good.
ban purple. Send
There we
them.
go.
If I was a moderator, my reign would be short and tremendous.
I shouldn't be trusted with mod privileges.
I'm actually pretty good at it.
I'll abuse them.
Vivian, if you wish to be a mod, though, I trust you. If you want to post, if you just say something in chat real quick, so I can
Yeah, go for
it. Click on you.
Oh. Yes.
I can't. I don't want to misspell your
There we go.
right because I couldn't remember if it was Vivian or Vivian VTuber or what exactly your username was.
I got you.
All right, Vivian.
I got you.
I have given you the Void Sword. Wield it responsibly. Send the wicked bots into the void of never was.
I will.
Okay. All right. Next, we've rolled hit points. We've recorded hit points. Next thing to record on your character sheet is your alignment. Alignment. There are only 3 options for alignment in this edition: law, neutral, or chaos. The meaning.
Beautiful. I put chaotic as my alignment as a joke because I was going to be chaotic neutral, but just chaotic. I guess that's just correct.
So the meaning of the alignments are a little different in the older editions than law and chaos, as they tend to be described in more recent editions. Law reads as follows. Lawful beings believe in truth and justice. To this end, they will follow the laws and believe that all things must adhere to order. Lawful beings also believe in sacrifice to a greater good and will choose the good of a larger group over the good of an individual. Neutral. Neutral beings believe in a balance between the ideas of law and chaos, and in their actions tend to do what will serve themselves. They might commit good or evil acts in order to further their own ends, and generally will not put others' needs ahead of their own. And then chaos. Chaotic beings are in direct opposition to law. These beings should seldom be trusted, for they tend to act in evil ways and are utterly selfish. Chaotic characters believe in chance and that there is no innate order to life. So,
I see.
So yes, you're probably more likely to go with like a lot of pirates would probably be more of a neutral bend, simply because, you know,
Yeah.
the pirate code and such. But some among your number many pirates would certainly fall under the chaotic banner. This may have meaningful considerations. Certain creatures may have abilities that are dependent on alignment. Certain areas, maybe certain spells interact with alignment. It is a non-trivial decision. Yep. If you have a high you also will get a number of intelligent languages. Does anyone have an intelligence of 5 or less?
Oh dear.
I don't believe anyone has an intelligence of 5 or less. But if you did, you would be illiterate. If you have an intelligence,
Sad.
if you have an intelligence of 6 to 8, you have basic literacy, and if it's 9 or higher, you are literate. You all speak the same native language. You all speak, Fantasy Common, and
Yes.
Zed as an elf will speak Elvish. You as a kobold will speak Koboldish. If you have an intelligence of 13
Yes.
or 13 or higher, you get 1 additional language. If it's 16 or higher, you get 2 additional languages. 3 if you had 18, but I know no one's got an 18 intelligence.
Koboldish is... Oh, wait, no, it is an option here. Never mind. I found it.
Where is this?
In the notes tab.
Languages.
Yes. Also,
Like,
I just want to clarify something because I'm adding the skills to my sheet and everything. What
a
does
language called
D%
off.
mean?
So D% means a percentile die. So you roll a D100, and
Okay.
and you would want to get that number or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That clears that up. Okay.
It is worth noting that the
So
it is worth noting that for the classes that have skills, because not every class has skills, that is like sort of the worst case scenario number that you would roll. So, as a kobold, you have the skill Hide in Shadows, right? You don't need the skill Hide in Shadows to hide in a normal situation. I'm not going to ask you to hide in shadows if you have something to hide behind, right? Hide in shadows is your ability to hide in places where, a normal adventurer could not hide. Like literally in the shadows.
Okay.
obviously,
And
like
I really am not good at it at the start.
no, but that is like you're not good at it. You have a 10% chance. But that is like you could hide in someone's room, in a place that, you know, a human fighter would just be like, where do I hide? There's nowhere for me to hide. You could hide behind you could hide behind the bookshelf and make and attempt to hide in shadows. And you get better at it as you level up, you know. When you're you know, when you're a level, you know, 8 kobold, you got a better than 50-50 shot of hiding like under someone's desk and then still surprising them.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And I can give you modifiers to that roll, right? Like, you know, if you know, if it's something that
If
I
the
think
situation calls for it.
yeah, if the situation calls for it, they're distracted or whatever like that, or whatever. And the same with move silently. Again, anyone can try and move quietly, but as a kobold, you can move silently. It's the difference between silently and quietly. You know, if anyone can attempt to, so basically anyone can attempt to sneak up on somebody, and I'm gonna roll like a d6 and say there's gonna, you know, there's, you know, a 2 in 6 chance that you can sneak up on them. As a kobold, you could say I'm gonna roll my move silently, and if you succeed, then you are silent, so they don't get a chance to hear you. It's just you are silent. And if you did fail, then
okay.
Then you are only, if you fail, that doesn't mean you were heard. That means you were only as quiet
It means
as
they have a chance.
Yeah. It means you were only as quiet as the typical adventurer.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So, last question. What are these 4 skills that are at the top of the abilities tab? Like listen door, open door, secret door.
Okay.
Should there be modifiers for this?
Those don't worry about those right now. I think some of those might be I guess open door is just based off of your strength. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But we'll figure those out when those come up.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. All right. So next, after noting your languages and any extra languages you want to know, now we're at buying equipment. All characters are going to start with 3d6 times 10 gold pieces.
Ooh.
That's how much gold you will start with, and then you will use that to buy your equipment.
90 gold.
90 gold.
That's pretty damn good.
So in the compendium folder, you will find one of them is like the third one down is advanced fantasy equipment, and you will see there.
Yeah.
You will see folders with all of the things that you would want to buy, ammunition, weapons, and things. You'll have to, if you click on them, you'll see what their costs are. So I'll show on stream.
Can we drag and drop these onto our sheets?
Yep, you can just drag and drop them onto your sheet. They'll add them to your inventory. But if, yeah. Oh, actually, that should also show you the cost.
Yes.
Yes. So you'll see.
It is 5 gold.
Okay.
I will write the gold on pen and paper.
Yeah, you may just need to track your gold on pen and paper, and then just add whatever is left as to your treasure.
Yeah.
Whatever you don't spend.
Gotcha.
You'll have to just create like a gold piece item. Yeah. With whatever's left.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where do we find equipment?
Okay.
It's
so,
in the compendium. It is the little book, like the closed book in the top right corner of the screen.
And then like
Compendium. Okay.
yeah, and then the third compendium down says Advanced Fantasy Equip. You click that, and that's going to open a little window where you'll see equipment, and then there's adventuring gear, ammunition, armor, miscellaneous, etc., etc. So, and add your weapons and things. Now, please note on your class, there'll be like a combat section. Your class does have certain restrictions on what sorts of weapons and armor you can wear. For example, kobolds can use leather armor, chainmail, and shields, but that means not plate mail.
Got it.
Similarly, they can use any weapon appropriate to their stature, but they can't use longbows or two-handed swords. Those are just too big for you.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I just picked the warhammer, so yeah, I think that's good.
No, that should be fine.
How do we see the cost of everything?
It's if you click on the item in the compendium, it will bring up a little menu and it says the cost on the side.
Sorry, where did
Gotcha.
I find? Oh, compendium packs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where I'm supposed to be?
Yeah, compendium packs is
Oh,
where
there's
you
carry
will,
weight. Oh, I see.
where you
Cool.
will find your equipment. Yes, and you'll see your at the bottom there is it's tracking your encumbrance level, or how much you're
Got it.
how much you're carrying at the bottom, which should have been calculated by your strength already. Yeah.
Where
maybe
do I
not.
find the stuff that I cannot use real fast?
It'll be on. So as
It should be on the class.
yeah. So every class should have something that says combat and then says what they can use. But I'll just copy cleric for you.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all types of armor,
Mm-hmm.
using weapons that have...
That's normal cleric stuff, but I don't know if that's reasonable.
You can get armor for dogs.
I mean,
You can get armor for dogs.
you can buy war dogs if you want.
Wait, does that count as equipment?
I mean, yeah, they cost 20. Every war dog costs 25 gold pieces. A hunting dog is 17 gold pieces.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I played a character in a. It wasn't OSC. But it was a different old school game, and I bought. I was a magic user, and I spent my starting money on having 2 war dogs. After I bought like a spear and a helmet or whatever. I bought 2 war dogs.
Yeah.
They both died heroically defending me from cannibals. And I buried them on the beach. It's very sad.
Oh. Very sad.
But
I buried dogs in real life before.
so have I.
Okay, that's too sad. No more.
You guys like my sick cloak?
I love your cloak. It's wonderful.
It's wonderful, yes.
Thanks.
Alright.
Alright, I bought my stuff.
Let me see what you got then. Inventory.
30 coins left.
Sword, chainmail, some wolfsbane, a water skin, 7 days of rations, and then you have your gold pieces remaining. Okay. All right. Sword and chainmail. I assume that's all good. Let's see. Let's see if it added your AC appropriately. Okay. It looks like it did not calculate your armor class there, Zed. So. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, Zed. On your inventory, when you mouse over your chainmail, or when you look on your chainmail, you should see there's a little grayed out shirt.
I can equip it.
Yep, you have to click that to equip it, and then when it's equipped, it will reflect on your armor class, and you can see that now you've got a 15 armor class.
Hehe. Nice.
All right.
Behold, the glory of the Black Blade.
I've got an AC of 14. Hell yeah. Okay. That's better.
That's better.
I can at least deflect some attacks.
All right. Once you have bought
I could also
equipment,
get a shield, I guess.
yes, you can. Kobolds can use shields, so you should get a shield if you can afford one. There'll be another +1 to your AC.
I'm going to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what kind of shield it is?
Yeah. I don't believe that they make any distinction there.
Yeah.
It's just they have a shield item.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Well, I will just... Yeah.
Yep.
Just get a wooden shield.
Yeah. If you're dragging everything from the...
I rolled the lottery, pretty much.
Oh, right.
Getting all the, every single misc item.
Good. I was going to... I forgot to mention, but OSE itself does not have any rules for firearms, but I was going to add some because you're pirates, so, you should be able to have, pistols if you, if you want
Guns!
them. Yes.
This is true.
So...
That's fun.
How I've decided to handle it is that pistols and muskets are available. They will do more damage than other weapons, but they will only be usable once per combat. Basically, they take too long to reroll or to reload in combat. So I'm gonna write down the vital stats right now. So a pistol, I decided would cost the same as a crossbow, but does 1d8 damage. And we'll have a weight of probably 15. Makes it a little heavier than a dagger. And then a musket will cost 50 gold pieces. We'll do 1d10 damage. And we'll weigh 50 coin. We'll weigh 50, the same as a crossbow. So if anyone wants to spend money on pistols or muskets, you're welcome to do so. They are more deadly. They basically are more deadly than other weapons, other ranged weapons. A crossbow does a d6. Longbow does a d6. So they are stronger, but they can't be reloaded in combat time. So they're like single shot.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome.
I'm glad that I noticed that thieves' tools are something I need to buy. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes.
So,
I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
How
also,
much? So do I start with the holy symbol, or do I have to pay for that?
I suppose that is probably something you have to purchase with your starting money. Yeah.
Or where'd that be in it? Train gear?
It's under
Oh,
adventure
there it is.
gear.
Ooh, 25. Well, I guess I got to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could put it off, right? Because I can't do spells until level 2, right?
That is true. So you don't actually need. There's nothing you would need. Well, you might need it for turn undead. Let me check what it says about turning undead. Clerics can evoke the power of their deity to repel undead monsters encountered to turn the undead. Okay, that's the mechanics. It doesn't say that you need a holy symbol for turning undead. It does say that you need it for divine magic. Cleric must carry a holy symbol for divine magic, but it doesn't say that you need one to turn undead.
Okay. In that case, all right. And then for the plate armor, can I go ahead and just? I'm assuming if it says I can use any armor, I can just use the plate armor, right?
Yep, that's what it means. You can use There's only 3 types of armor in this game: leather, chainmail, and plate. But if you can afford to just buy plate mail right now, there's no reason not to.
Rolled the 130, so I guess now I'm down to 70. I'll grab a shield. I guess from there, I guess I grab a mace. And then, how much is a crossbow again? Usually, how much does it cost?
Crossbow is 30 gold pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am set 60, 70, 75, 55 left. I'm gonna keep looking around in here for a second. I'm gonna use the restroom again because I'm having a really rough day. But I will be right back, okay, guys?
It's okay.
Yep. Alright. Okay.
I would like to be small, please.
You're an elf. Elves are tall and beautiful.
Not Christmas
Some-
elves.
Oh,
Zed's got you there.
I
They're
knew...
beautiful, but not tall.
I was waiting for that. Well, I suppose you could be a short elf.
I could be a young elf as well. Not yet growing.
Off on a dangerous voyage, away at sea, far, far, far from any other elves, all alone. It's a poor young elven child on a pirate ship, and it sounds very unwise. Very dangerous.
I am Gordfang. There are only 2 of me. There are only 2 black blades.
Maybe just a very short elf.
Alright, I'll just be small.
Great. I think I've bought all my equipment. I have no gold left. So
Ooh, I get it. Alright. So, in the lore of Gordfang, the swords were forged from the same ore, made into 2. Therefore, I am half the size of an elf. I am 4 feet tall.
All right.
One sword was given to the Sylvian elves in the forest, and another sword was given to the Keebler elves that work for the Dark Wizard at the North Pole.
The Keebler elves were given the matching main gosh to the elven rapier because they are small. All right. At 4 foot tall, you're still taller
But I
than
find my other
you're
half
still
would
taller
be
than King.
incomplete.
So
Yes, as it should be.
You listen here. Santa's a great man and runs a great economy.
Oh,
You
yeah,
work
how
for
tall
a
am
dark
I?
Wizard.
Wait. I forgot.
well, kobolds are like 3
Oh,
feet
3 feet tall. Yeah.
You know, 30 to 40 pounds. You're like a big cat.
Beautiful.
Or a medium-sized dog.
King
I
not
guess.
big, king strong though.
Yeah. How do they fit so much muscle in such a small package? I do not know.
It's energy density,
Yes.
I've got the chimp strength.
not energy area.
It's like they're very small, but their muscles are very
Gorthang
very
swallowed
dense.
water wrong.
Be careful.
Careful, you know, there's a lot of the
The
water.
entire
out there.
time we're just questioning if Viv is a kobold or just a very, very peculiar looking Rottweiler the entire time.
They're
I'd say,
also
like,
the
yep,
smartest member
one
of your
fucked up
party.
dog.
Yeah.
King
He's not
is
the wisest.
yeah,
You know.
What's your wisdom?
It's 10.
but 16 intelligence.
My intelligence is 10.
So I'm gonna be playing as like the lovable idiot character who actually is secretly smart but talks like an idiot that doesn't know how to speak English.
Not just
So-
smart, borderline supernatural. Like an
So-
angel in this setting would probably have
So
these stats.
so it's gonna be like King talk with bad speaking. King know not how to words.
It's like having Tom Bombadil in the party where it's just like
Now, I feel like you would
I think
say
Tom
fine.
Bombadil has more than 4 hit points.
I feel like you would talk fine, but having high intelligence but a low wisdom is like interrupting your senior scientist during a meeting to say something smart but also contradict them.
Are
I
you
feel like
speaking
that's
from
high
experience?
intelligence
Zed?
but low wisdom.
Oh dear.
It's definitely an intern definitely didn't do this. To me.
Is there any way for us to add character art to the Foundry, or is
so
that something we gotta do? You gotta do.
I don't. You should be able to upload stuff, but if double clicking or if clicking or double clicking on the portrait doesn't work, or if it says you don't have permission or
Yeah.
whatever, then I'll just have to do it. But you can just send. So
It
you
just
can
does not work. So
All right. In that case, then yeah. Well, maybe I might be able to configure settings that you can do it yourself. Let me see. If I can like make you trusted users or something. I don't know. Upload. Is there an option in there?
Ah man,
Like
I
a user
forgot.
management maybe.
Half of my character's whole deal is that they hire people, and I need to save money for hiring people. Ah.
Can't actually.
How much do I have to earmark to
Lavas.
have? How much do I have to earmark to have one underling under me at the start of the game?
Right. So, that is. So let's talk about hiring. Let's talk about hired help. So there are.
I need to go in 15 minutes.
All good.
okay.
So there, hired help comes into 3 categories. Ooh, okay. I think this will fix it. The problem we were having. I have updating your permissions. You are all now trusted players. So I believe that will
Ooh.
allow you to upload your own. Oh, you'll have to rejoin. I think.
Yeah,
This
yeah. It
was
kicked
the
us out.
first
Kicked us.
mistake of KB
KB
It's okay.
has made many mistakes.
trusting us.
Please don't like flood my server with, all of your porn or whatever. That would be very rude of you.
What?
But
I don't have any of that.
Bullshit.
regardless,
I would like to go to one of the volcanoes.
I mean, anyway, I'm back to what I was saying before that. So there are three categories of hired help in this system. Retainers. Retainers are NPCs that are hired by the characters to accompany them on an adventure. The standard rate for a retainer is some guaranteed fee, either per day or per adventure, and then a half share of treasure and thus XP. So it's usually like a gold piece a day plus a half share of treasure is the standard rate. Higher level of retainers may demand more. But a retainer will go on adventures with you. They'll go into the dungeon. They will, fight alongside you. They may end up fleeing when things go bad, but they will at least follow you into danger. Second, there are mercenaries. Mercenaries are more combat focused than the third category, but do not go on adventures. They don't go into dungeons. You could hire some mercenaries to sit on your boat and like protect the boat against pirates or whatever. But you could hire a bunch of longbowmen to stand on your boat, or patrol like your fortress or your lands, or protect your wagons. But they don't go into dungeons with you. And then there's specialists, which are just which vary hugely in terms of their pay, but that's like if you want to hire an alchemist to sit and make magic potions for you, or if you want to hire a ship's captain and his crew to sail you across the ship because the sea, or if you want to hire a blacksmith on retainer to make you a bunch of shit, so those are specialists. You can hire spies and sages and armorers and animal trainers and engineers and navigators, those sorts of things. So Deeves is probably looking to get to have a retainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Retainer, I barely know her.
No. I'm not going to make you pay for them up front. However, they will be, you will be responsible for their food and lodgings, and any, replacing their gear and such. But they will. It's basically going to be a second character that gets half treasure and XP.
Oh, for gear. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have
Is that out of Deeves' portions though?
No, that'll be out of that'll be for the part out of the party's total.
Gotcha. So what good does this retainer do for me? Will they announce my presence when we walk into rooms?
That would be it. I mean,
if I have to share
they're
my
the reg.
treasure,
They're
just because Deeves wants a retainer.
I'm
I'm a lawful character, baby. Where is the law in this?
They're an extra hand when when you get attacked by skeleton pirates.
The Black Blade needs no help.
The Black Blade.
You don't put them to the test.
The only thing I need help with is a little person. The only thing I need help with is a little person to carry this little trumpet I have and use it to announce when I walk into rooms.
Trust me, playing Warhammer 40K or Warhammer Space Marine 2 and watching guardsmen die by the thousands in front of me, you're gonna like my little musket buddy. You're gonna find him very valuable.
I'll like him if they announce my name when we go into rooms.
I hope you understand that I appreciate the fact that Cape here is encouraging people to do the pirate thing of having like 4 pistols on them at once.
I mean,
Davey, can I save some money by buying soldiers muskets? But then when they shoot their one shot, we trade like a halberd, because that's basically what it becomes after you put a bayonet on a musket, right?
Oh, yeah.
You start poking people with it.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant to say, I didn't mention it before, but you could totally, you know, if you have a pistol, after you fire it, you could totally flip it around and use it like a club. And if you buy like, say you pay the cost of a dagger, and call that dagger a bayonet, you can use the musket as a spear.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, so if you like buy a dagger, rename it, you know, bayonet, and then you can use your musket like it's a spear.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta strategize my little musketeer lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I probably want to have a short bow at least. Or am I wrong in this assessment that I probably want a ranged option? I probably want a ranged option.
You probably want a ranged option.
I don't have a ranged option. Oh boy.
Oh wait, it says I might choose from the following weapons. I cannot use a bow.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a cleric. You're a cleric. Your ranged weapon is your companions. Encourage them to,
It's okay. Companionship is magic.
Yeah. Your kobold, if you have the money, you probably do want to pick up a short bow. But
Oh boy.
or at least
I don't have the money.
if
how
you
much
have,
do I?
a
How much
sling
does a
is
short
only
bow
2.
cost? Let me look.
A short bow is 25, but a sling is 2.
Sling. I'm going sling.
Mm-hmm. And sling stones are free.
All right, I don't
You
need
just-
that tinderbox.
Should I be careful about, like, so if I'm in the red on encumbrance, should I be careful?
Let me see.
Are there breakpoints here that matter for weight?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me pull up your sheet real quick. Oh, actually, I'm gonna
No
do it
swimming.
on stream. Circuit 2 legs. Inventory. Okay. See, we've got some breakpoints here, but I do not know offhand what those are. Let's see, where would that be? Venturing. All right. Let's see. Encumbrance.
Oh dear. Oh, that's a
Detailed
bad sign.
encumbrance. Right. If you're before the first mark, then you have a movement rate of 120. I'll just give the combat movement rates because that's what you would be familiar with. So if your encumbrance is before that first mark, you have a 40-foot move speed. If it's between that first mark and that second mark, you have a 30-foot movement speed. If you are before that third mark, you have a 20-foot movement speed. And over that amount, you have a 10-foot movement speed. Up until 1,600 coins of weight, when you can no longer carry, can no longer move.
What's weighing down there? So I'm at...
Well, your plate armor is 500, and that is alone.
500.
Yeah, that is alone putting you over the first marker.
Okay, and the shield is then 100.
Yeah.
And the mace is 30.
Mm-hmm.
But that right there should put me at 630, right? And
Yeah.
why am I at 714?
714. Well, 5.
It's interesting these other ones don't have like a weight on them, from what I'm saying.
Yeah, why is there... it looks like the... Why is it not... I'm gonna... Oh. Yeah, okay, that's weird. I deleted your rope. Let me add it back. I'm not sure how it's coming up with that number.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Okay, I'm gonna quickly like remove all of my inventory and see what might. Okay.
Yeah, something
That's
in your
weird.
something in your
Something
miscellaneous
was keeping a weight that it.
Yeah, something in the miscellaneous was adding an 80 for some reason.
Weird.
Okay, so we do that, and then let's see if it even matters, because let's see.
It wouldn't. You were in the right range bracket, because the plate and shield alone is getting you 600, which is right at the threshold. So adding the mace to that will put you into that next threshold. So you were at the right amount, or the right range. It just was adding it up. I don't know why there was like an extra 80 there that shouldn't have been.
Okay, regardless, I'm still going into the second category, so.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it might have been? It might have been the... I don't know. Just add your items one by one, I guess, and see which one is doing something weird.
So if I remember correctly, that's 5. So that's 10 plus 70 is 85. Got a lantern. Ah, the lantern has a weight, even though it says that it shouldn't.
Well, it should have
the
some...
lantern weighs.
Should have.
There's no way it should weigh 80.
No, that sounds...
There's no way this weighs 80, right?
That sounds like too much, yeah. Let's see. I don't see a listed... Yeah, let's see.
Is it okay if I just put the weight down as, like, 1?
For now, yeah.
Nah, that won't do it either. Okay. Trying to edit to weight to say 1 will not change it. Okay, that's weird.
All right, just use the plus button to add a lantern, then. Just create a lantern item. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll try and do some research later and figure out what's going on with that. Alright. Anyway, so we've gone through all of character creation. We've done your stats, your saving throws, your hit points, your equipment. Characters are ready to go, other than giving me character art or uploading your character art. Who's drawing Among Us onto Port Fortune?
Among Us.
Among you.
We're trusted users now. We can do that.
Among Us.
I drew the Among Us.
Wonderful.
The reign of
That
Among Us
only
is
works
back.
if we all say it. If we all say I am Spartacus, then no one gets in trouble. But now I'm screwed. Thanks, guys.
I'm sorry. Also, yeah, you saw what I said in the chat earlier, right, KP?
The Discord chat or the game chat?
No, the game chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You still can't upload? Weird. Okay.
Yeah, there's no upload button.
Okay. In that case, you'll just have to you will have to just send an image to me, and I'll upload it before next time. And get them all set up and tokenized and everything. But yeah, we're basically done with character creation. Zed has to go now at this time because they have to get up early in the morning.
Yes.
So Marilyn, you did see the post Zed made in the Discord earlier, did you?
Where they need to swap the day around.
The time. The time or day. The time.
Sure.
So the
Shooting for time.
The time. So the request was if we could
7 p.m.
Yeah, so that would be starting 1 hour earlier.
An hour earlier.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Good.
Now we just need to get Lux on board.
Yeah.
I just found something out, guys. This is very important. Look at the little pudding that's on my VTuber's head. Look at this. I can hit a button.
Uh-huh.
And a little cherry on top, it bounces.
Nice.
Nice.
Proud of you.
Okay. In that case.
Beautiful. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. In that case, we will play again. We will begin the campaign proper in 2 weeks. At 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 hour earlier than we started today.
Nice.
And oh wow, this stream must be completely unwatchable. I'm dropping over 70% of my frames right now, according to OBS.
Oh, that's fun.
Thank you. Thank you, AT&T.
Bruh, you won't be able to. How many streams have you dropped? I should tell you how many frames you dropped.
149,703. 762.
Good luck.
821.
Stopping your stream.
880.
Oh my
900 and 150,000.
Okay, if you hit the stop stream button, all of those need to upload.
Oh.
All right. Well.
Oh goodness.
Anyway, I guess we're gonna go ahead and move towards ending stream now. I have no idea why my
it was fun.
Why my internet is being like this recently. I know why. AT&T decided to move me to upgrade my service to from the old satellite dish on my roof-based service to the air Wi-Fi service. They both go through the cell phone tower, so I figured they'd be more or less equivalent. But no, it's definitely a downgrade. But it hasn't been this bad before. So, I don't know. Regardless. Yeah. Regardless. Thank you all for watching and everything. And we'll have our first session